So we just released an album called Feeding Fiction back in August, and we were working on it for a long time. That album's actually years and years of work and growing as a band together. I mean, we were writing for, at least since before we released our original EP, we've been writing songs with this full length in mind, and our concept of the band changed a lot as we wrote, and every song we wrote, we just kind of were like, yeah, like this is a sound that we think we're gonna stick with. And after writing upwards of 20 songs, I think it was right when we got into the studio, and we ended up having to cut so many songs, and we went into this big freak out mode where we were just trying to write music and trying to get songs locked in, and we still weren't sure of like what the entity of the album was gonna be. It was about 3 weeks into the album when everything started clicking, and we just started running like a machine, and I think in everyone's minds it just kind of clicked how we were supposed to be writing this album. And we always had the idea that we wanted to be on the rock side of things. Ever since we started the band, we've had the notion that, yeah, we're gonna play, you know, the music that we write on this EP, but in the long run, we're planning to, you know, be a rock band. Feeding Fiction is our first step into taking that direction, and it took a lot for us to do it. It took a lot of growing, and obviously we knew that there were gonna be a lot of people bummed out that we changed our sound, and that's just something that I think a lot of bands have to deal with. You either have to make a choice, you're gonna stick and be stagnant in what you do, or you're gonna ball up and change yourself and think outside the box and step out of your comfort zone and try to write something to challenge who you are as an artist and who you are as a person. And that's something that was really important for all of us in Feeding Fiction. When we started Heartist, I think that we were all pretty young kids. You know, we were in impressionable times. It was our first time ever really taking a serious shot at being in a band like this, and I was just, you know, a heartbroken kid. All I wanted to write about was that crushing feeling, and I had this concept that I would really connect with people in that way, because a lot of people have been through the same kind of thing, and that's the way that I wanted to express myself. And as I grew as a person and as we grew as a band and we were recording more songs for Feeding Fiction, I experienced a lot of things that kind of pulled me out of that, where I wrote my first song, Manipulate, on the album. It's the first song I've ever written out of anger. All the songs we'd written before have been, you know, just about me being a bummed out emo kid, and it was really cathartic to get that kind of thing out of me. And I think that was the first time that I really realized that I could use this band to express more. So as we started writing more songs, the ideas behind all the lyrics and the different connections I want to make with people changed. And Feeding Fiction covers a lot of different things. It's not just 11 songs about some depressed kid being in love. It's about things that are real to me and things that we've experienced in the last 3 years together that have shaped us as people. At the start of the year, we're doing a run of headlining shows with SycAmour and BrightWell, and we're so pumped to get back on the road. We've been home for the last few months, kind of getting everything for the album prepared and getting ready to hit the ground running in the new year, and it's just going to feel so good to finally be back on stage and for the first time have a lot of time on stage to kind of do our own thing. I think it's going to be a cool way for us to finally express who we are as a band and the kind of people that we are on stage, and in a longer time format than just getting to run out and play 6 songs as quick as we can. So really excited for the tour, and we hope we see tons of you out there. We promise it's going to be a very good time, and it's definitely going to be the best Heartist show that you've seen so far.
They chill me